Hello everyone, Beatles 832 back again with another review. This is a Walking Dead deck of cards. I will say that I basically am not familiar with this series at all. I've never watched it, and it basically looks like a bunch of zombies is what it's about. Apparently it's very popular, but not really my cup of tea, I guess. I prefer to stay among the living. The front of the box shows a bunch of zombies, characters from the show, I guess, and it says Walking Dead AMC playing cards. And this one, unlike the Honda deck didn't tell me who produced it, but it didn't matter. They're good quality cards. These ones, they don't have to tell me who produced it. You'll see why. On one side it says AMC Walking Dead playing cards, some blood spatter. The other side, same thing. The top, yep, same thing. And the bottom, same thing. The back also says AMC Walking Dead playing cards. It shows a couple of the faces. As you can see, they are literally all faces. There's blood spatter. It says here that it's from Cardinal Industries in Dongguan City, China. You can guess what the quality is going to be like based on that. There's some trademark stuff, and it lists Cardinal as cardinalgames.com for the website. I would probably not recommend printing a deck of cards with them. Being that it is manufactured in China, I almost have to wonder if this is actually an official licensed Walking Dead deck of cards or if it's a cheap knockoff replica. But that being said, you have to be a pretty diehard fan to get this. Look at this. It's freaking hard to just... It's difficult and it's damaging to just open up the tuck case. And, check this out. Cards are even hard to get out of the box. Anyway, let's get on with the cards themselves. The Jokers, you get this guy. Kind of scary looking. It says Joker in red, and this one has a red border around it. There's a little blood spatter on there as well in the corner. This one is the same thing except it's got a black border. The back design, a one-way design. It says Walking Dead AMC, and it's the same artwork from the front of the box. When you get onto, well, with the Ace of Spades, it's this guy. In fact, all of the aces feature the same guy. All the court cards and aces also feature this bloody handprint in the corner. All the jacks look like that. All the queens look like that. And all the kings look like that. All the spades and clubs have black borders on them. Hearts and diamonds, as you can see, have red borders. This is what the twos look like. Fives, nines, sixes, tens, sevens, the eights, the threes, and finally the fours. And you can see, you get the same figures. They're all the same buy value. It's the way they have it. It's easy to identify which cards are reds and which ones are blacks because of the borders. As you can see, they do not spread very well. They're spreading in clumps. And the other thing you can see is it's easy to identify which ones are court cards and aces because they got that right there in the corner. I'm noticing the hearts and diamonds actually have just blood spatter, while spades and clubs seem to have a bloody hand. I'll just confirm that. Actually, clubs have a different type of blood spatter, which looks like a dead insect, to be honest. And diamonds also have a different blood spatter than the hearts, so they all have some kind of blood spatter or bloody handprint for the court cards and the aces, which makes it easy to identify those cards. They shuffle okay, and that's about all they do okay. I would definitely not recommend these for fanning and forcing because, well, check that out. It is one of the worst handling decks I've ever personally handled. doesn't spread good, it just spreads in clumps. And it looks like a blur going that way, which is kind of funny. Basically, though, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're an absolute diehard fan of The Walking Dead that must absolutely have this deck. The issue with why it handles crappy, aside from being made in China and having very thin stock and a smooth finish, is that I've noticed this on a lot of Chinese decks. You can see, or you may be able to see, there's basically like a raised edge along the borders, which also means it's not going to ferrule at all, and it's just not going to handle good at all, because that causes the cards to stick to each other. That's the problem. I don't know why they produce them like that, but they do. That is the Walking Dead deck of cards. Don't really recommend it. I'll see you next time.